Hi everybody. So since I decided to sell the SVG files from my cabinets, I figured I'm gonna show you guys how I attach the doors to the cabinets. So if or when you purchase the file and you print everything, you're gonna end up with a frame that is made of 1/8" wood and with pieces for the doors that are gonna be made of 1/16" wood. So what you're gonna do first, obviously you're gonna glue the moldings to the doors themselves. So while the glue dries on this, guys, you gonna drill the holes in the frame. So for the drilling I'm gonna list it in the description box. Never thought I'd say that. So I use this micro hand drill. I have two of them. The diameter of the thing I'm in metric system, I'm sorry, is 0.6 millimeters, which is that much in inches. So the difference between those two things is that one is longer. So I'm gonna show you how I use it, like for what cabinets I use that thing. So you're gonna have to measure around 5.6, 5.7 millimeters. I would say 5.6 to drill the hole. 5.6 millimeters is 0.22 inches. And you're gonna drill the hole in the middle of the frame. When you do that, try to keep the, oh my god, I really need to look that up, this thing straight, so that it doesn't look like, like that, like that, like that, like that, so that it doesn't mess up your doors when you attach them to the frame. For attaching the doors to the frame, I use, I think it's called bobby pins, those teeny tiny things. They are also 0.6 millimeters in diameter, and they're sold in those huge boxes, and I think it's like $5 or something. Anyways, so by that time, probably, yeah, you're gonna make obviously 4 of those holes from each side. So by the time the doors probably dry, what I also started doing recently, I started sanding both sides of the door so that it looks like, like that. It looks roundish, and added bonus, it kind of helps cover the imperfections if you messed up the alignment of the door and the molding, which I often do. So that's what you're gonna get at the end. Also, a second of unpaid sponsorship. So I got this thing, I think at Hobby Lobby. It's like very soft, like sponge-like, and it has a bunch of those different great things in the set. I think it's 80. The green ones are 80. The orange ones are 120. And the yellow ones are the softest. They are 220. Awesome thing. Highly recommended. Anyways, so you got the doors, you got the frame. What I do after that, because the doors are slightly, I don't know what you guys see when I record this. Doors are slightly wider than the frame, just a little bit. So what I do, I find this less burnt side, and this side goes down like that. And then I take the doors and I also put them like that, so that when you sort of attach the doors to the frame, you're gonna get the situation where this is the clean side of the doors and they are aligned with the frame. So what you are gonna do after that, you're basically just gonna take 4 pins and sort of carefully trying to align the doors in the middle. What in the world is that? Sorry, it's Christmas, the table is a mess. You sort of try to, align them like that. And then you squeeze the pin through the hole that you made. You can use jewelry wire. I just prefer the pins, but jewelry wire is also going to be fantastic with that. Again, you try to insert the pins so that they are as much as possible parallel to the table so that you don't get, I'm gonna show you, so that when you attach the doors it doesn't look like, you know, like that, because that's gonna affect on how the doors open. So after you attach all the frames, all the doors, do not push the pins in yet. Like, make sure that everything opens as you intended, closes as you intended, nothing just gets stuck and everything. Because once you like get the pins in, it's possible to get them out, but it's a pretty annoying process. Also, the tricky part is not to get with the spin in between the molding and the door, because like it consists of two pieces, and if you get right in between, it's gonna like sort of crack the wood open. I'll be honest, would probably take some getting used to, but once you get a hand on it, it should be relatively easy. So after that, I just clip those pins. So yeah, when clipping, I'll try to make sure that they don't fly very far away. Well, that didn't work. But yeah, basically you clip them out, leaving a small piece in here. So yeah, maybe smaller than this one. That might be a bit too extra. Yeah, maybe smaller. Yep, maybe something closer to that. And after that, you're basically gonna squeeze them, and that's why it's better not to have very long pins, because they would, like, the longer they are, the higher the odds are that they're gonna crack the wood. So yeah, also, like, because it's pins, they can be pretty loose in here, so they're gonna try to get out every once in a while. You're just gonna have to squeeze them back in. So yeah, basically that's it. That's how you attach the doors to the frame. So there are a couple of trickish cabinets that I'm gonna show you doors wise. So there's gonna be a sink cabinet where, as you can see, the sort of this frame that you're gonna drill begins lower. That's where you're gonna need a long drill. Like in this, like in here, you're definitely gonna be okay with the short drill thing, but in this place you're gonna need a long one. What might help to sort of get direction is if you make a sort of a tiny hole with a pen before drilling, so that you know how you want your drill thing to go. Then there's a cabinet with the doors and drawer. The concept is the same, except you're gonna have to drill through this frame and then to the doors, because I tried to do it like that. It's possible, you can do it like that, but sometimes this hole ends up being like twisted. And the third the third challenging cabinet is the cabinet with the open doors, because in here between those two frames, door frames, I insert a thin plastic that imitates the glass. You probably can't even see it, but it's there. So in here, it's significantly easier to crack the wood when you drill the holes. So in here, you either need to be very careful or just like ditch the plastic and don't bother about it. But yeah, basically that's how you attach the doors. Again, it's gonna take some getting used to. Took me a while, but at the end it should work. And when you buy the files, you can make as many cabinets as you want. Okay, next video would probably be about the dishwasher and how I use magnets to hold the doors in place. Thank you.